Welcome everybody, I am Somebody to Remember, and today we're talking about the 5 common mistakes everyone makes when playing 7 Days to Die, Beginner Edition. First and most important thing I want to point out is where you set up your base, where you decide to live during your playthrough. Obviously you can change this, you can move, but once you get pretty established, it's pretty hard to change where you live. And I'm going to be honest, I'm a big fan of basing things around where a trader might be. Around here, though, your options are fairly slim picking. You know, you might pick this field and build your own. Maybe you pick a building or a house nearby. That's fine. I, who frequently choose this house, anytime I have to go to the trader, it is a 581 block for me to be able to get to the trader. Picking something closer, even if you're less familiar with it, is something that a lot of people choose not to do, and everything in this game kind of follows life. Location, location, location. Being close to a trader is not the only reason to pick a location. For instance, this one's great in my opinion because I'm right next to a fairly large farm area. Yes, this is not the type of land we could use for farming, but it is a pretty easy spot to clear out and it's already protected if we run out of space in our area or simply want this free for other things. There's also a lot of space surrounding here, so we're able to expand, build other objects, other things that are going on that we want for this playthrough, including a horde base, which we'll get to later. Mistake number 2 I keep seeing, and this is an exaggerated format, but people having their skill points spread out in the most nonsensical directions. You don't need to be an expert in every gun. You don't need to be able to do everything you want to do. Fortitude's at 8 skill. The fact that we, at what is equivalent to around level 70, need to hit a Kenny 3 times is insane. In contrast to that, if we simply go in and focus in, and we won't even have to get to level 70, pardon me getting, and we simply just specialize in what we are trying to do. This is something you could be doing by level 30 with random normal zombies, but instead, people spread out their skill points across so many different things that you cannot specialize in what you need to do. These 5 skill trees automatically have 5 built-in play styles. Electrocutioner, using robotic turrets as well, using bows, handguns, and knives, punching, and a machine gunner, the shotgun with either the club or the sledgehammer, and then the Deadeye rifles with the spear and occasionally explosives. Don't rely on the explosives though. Those are 5 different play types right there that are all standard and basic, that are proven and tested, that if you're doing your first playthrough of 7 Days to Die, you should be able to handle your stuff. Another mistake I frequently see is people picking the wrong POI. I love this POI. It's my personal POI the devs put into the game for me. I love this thing. This is a fairly large POI for a base for a solo player. I enjoy it, I utilize the space, but frankly, there's a lot of different POIs at work. This right here would be fine. If you close up all the open areas, make sure the doors are fortified, this could be where you keep your 4x4 or whatever vehicles you can have. In front here, you're able to have a lot of your living space. By the way, hi, zombies. It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. I only have tier 1 of them. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. I just need several moments. This front area could be where you have a lot of basic necessities. Maybe this is where you have your cooking equipment. You might have your forges out here, and you're able to go into the back here and have things like, maybe this is where you keep your crafting, like your workstation, your chem station. You're able to divide up your space and areas, so you're able to work productively, have some storage in here. You know, you can live on the top. You can use the container crates back here for things. It's also important to pick something that is approachable. This right here has so many holes and damage to it that zombies are going to break in all the time and be bothering, harassing you, and to fix this up is going to take much too long. Even though it's an appropriate-ish size, slightly on the large side in my opinion, it's so damaged you're going to be spending a couple days just repairing it. If it's your first ever time playing though, I highly recommend getting a small POI, something like this. This is something you're able to live in, nice, easy, cozy. You're able to put down your bed over here, a couple workstations, then up above, you can kill that guy, and have your forges, have your workstations, have everything you need, your storage, all that up here, out of the way, decorated how you want, be able to enjoy and play whichever ways you want to play. This is a perfectly fine starter area, and it's nice, small, and approachable. On the other side of that is something more like this. Now, here's the thing. You want things to be able to be based off a land claim block. This is going to be slightly too big for a land claim block for all this area, but frankly, you put in the middle here, the building's covered, and land claim blocks go up to the build limit, so all this will be safe and protected. You could have this be your base. Do you want to spend that much time going top to bottom, getting things figured out, and getting everything settled? If you want this to be your base, I highly encourage it. That's amazing, but maybe not for your first playthrough when you're first starting out. Another thing people will do is they will have their horde happen at their horde base. If I was going to be doing the horde out of this space here that I normally am living in, I would probably be stationed up here, you know, there's already the spikes, things are good, I can hop up here, take some pot shots, you know, and something actually gets up here, I can start swinging at them. But the issue is, there's no guarantee they're coming up here. They might be breaking into our walls down here, and the only way to stop them is to be able to go down and get them yourself. They might see this as a better option and just coming through the front, and you don't even know that they're approaching from the back. Working from your horde base and your home base being in one means that you are setting yourself up for heartache and opportunity loss. I've had a forge with tons of iron and equipment in it get destroyed because a zombie wandered through on a horde night. Don't have that happen to you. Build a horde base nearby. This is one of my favorite ones. I'll do a tutorial and link it down below in the description once it's out of how to design this one. This works fantastic. It's a simple punch melee style base that has opportunity for good rifle usage. This here is fine, and you're able to have it be close to your base. Just have it far enough away that when zombies spawn, they don't want to go through your base to get to you, and you'll be fine. Another thing I see is when first starting out, people seem to just go with whatever they find first, which is fine for a time, but after a bit, you need to start looking at what are these things doing? Being able to walk around handling hordes with mining tool stamina costs being lower or intellect weapon damage when you're using fists is not something that's going to actually help you. Extra sneak damage when you're charging in all the time or safe falling distance when you don't even plan on jumping ever is not going to help. Grabbing armor, weapons, and tools that are going to make it so you're able to do what you're doing better is going to make it so you stay alive and you can do better. Some would say I should swap out the preacher hat, but the extra bartering and I never have to worry about forgetting to bring it when I go to the trader, to me, is entirely worth it. And by doing this, you are able to ensure that you have an experience that is catered to what you want to do and you're able to handle playing this game to the best of your ability. Take a moment, look at the armors. You're able to look at them at the very get-go, decide what kind of things you want, or go about and explore and see what you enjoy. As you go and find what you like, you'll be able to find things that match your build and playstyle better and better, and I hope you're able to enjoy it. Bonus tip, wear the primitive armor. If you look at our armor rating, which by the way is increased due to the fact that we have leveled up our character artificially to be able to show the things about the skills, starts at 200. By simply equipping all of these, you're able to get an armor rating of about 32, which is going to reduce damage drastically, and I highly recommend you guys take advantage of this as it's able to be a game changer and keep you alive those first few days. Quick little bonus tip for you. Limit your skill point usage. What I say by that is don't have just a stockpile of 339 so you're able to use it whenever you so see fit. What instead I mean is to look at what you're going for, because if you look up here under the brawler, it boosts loot odds of Furious Fist magazines, the things that allow you to craft better fist weapons from wraps to iron knuckles to steel knuckles. If you're finding more Furious Fist magazines, you're finding less of other things, which is able to be good. My current playthrough I'm doing right now is all based around the brawler feat and going into this as heavy as I could and of a face tank kind of build. A lot of the other perks I've taken are like pain tolerance. There's no magazine associated with this. Siphoning Strike, no magazine associated with this. Healing Factor, no magazine associated with this. I did take some Machine Gunner because I want the option for it. Tactical Warfare magazines, that's fine. I've stayed away from other things though. Physician would be amazing for my type of play, but I'm gonna find medical journals that I do not need right now. If you go into all these different things, take a look at what they are. Some things are worth it always. Vehicle adventure books are hard to find. If you want to be able to ever craft a gyrocopter, you're gonna need to take some points into this to find enough books. If you're going for a specific build though, don't try to find more Tech Planet magazines. This does not help you. Putting a point here keeps you from finding other types of books. Does it make it 100% perfect? You're going to find everything you want every single time you go for it? No, of course not. But in the long term, there is a difference. There is a change. As an example for how your skills in magazines are so closely correlated, I have no points in the perception tree, no points in the agility tree, no points in the intellect tree. I have a tiny bit in strength simply for the minor 69er that I got very recently. Couple general perks for light armor, master chef, living off the land because we're making a lot of our own food. Lucky Looter was one of the first picks I did. I just like Lucky Looter. Heavily into the fortitude tree. Maxed out the brawler. If we go to our crafting skills, some of these are decent, some of these are okay. We are at 60 of 75 for the knuckles so far. I think the next highest is the machine guns, which we also have points into at 27, and then it's harvesting tools at 23. The effect that your skill points have on what things you are able to make yourself is extremely weighted. And if you ever need to know what those are, you can go to this screen, because if you want this, you can go and see what skill is associated with this. The game can give you amazing things through RNG. or you can guarantee it yourself by spending your points accordingly. My final tip, and what might be the most important, a little secret bonus: ignore all of this at the right time. I decided to have my base wicked far from the trader, and it is at a cost. It does waste time every time I want to go to the trader. If I forget something, it is a good chunk of the day gone, and this game at the end of it is about resource management, combat ability, and time management. You only have so much time till it's nighttime. You only have so much time till the next horde. I'm willing to sacrifice that because I love this POI so much. If you want to pick something that is massive, and you can't put a land claim block around the whole thing, that is up to you, and that's fine. Just be ready for sometimes your kitchen to have a zombie in it. If you're going to have fun doing that, go for it. My favorite build in the game, number one favorite, it's a max out electrocutioner, so you're able to have all those extra stun capacities, and then going into intellect mastery, where you're able to have stun baton charge is always ready, so everything's always stunned. I don't even take the repulsor mod. I just get a shotgun. It's the most fun thing in the world to me. It's an unoptimized build, and I have to put a lot of points into a couple different skill trees for me able to reach that, but it's worth it every single time, and I have a lot of fun. Have fun, enjoy the game, because if you're just doing this to be able to get by the first few days, you're not actually having fun, you're not gonna actually keep playing the game. So if you want to survive and play this game, break a couple rules and have some fun. Good luck, don't break your ankles. Have a good one.